Hello and welcome to the incredibly influential and highly successful podcast. My name is Kael. I'm incredibly influential.
And I am highly successful.
You gotta say your name.
Oh, and my name's Danny. This time it's Danny.
This time it's Danny. Next week, it might be Paul. It might be
Who?
fucking Jeffrey.
It's hard to say. I say just keep your mind open to the possibilities.
What's your preferred spelling of Jeffrey?
I feel like it needs to be spelled with a J,
Interesting.
and not a
Interesting.
G, because I feel like I think it's Geoffrey. If it's with a G.
I agree with that. I think if you are spelled Geoffrey, fix it.
Well, if you're
Like
spelled that way, I can't help you. But for future reference, future Jeffries of the world, make sure to spell it right.
yeah,
You can't really do
yeah.
anything if you were born with it, but it's
Well, you can
okay.
get it legally changed. You can change your name legally.
Uh, yeah, but the kids in school probably can't. They have to live with that name for a while.
I mean, they can pressure their parents to get it changed, and we can pressure their parents to get it changed.
I
And I think
don't.
that's a good deed.
I suppose, but
You
I
know,
I don't know if it's that big of a deal. But that definitely, whenever you get the chance, spell
I
it
don't know.
right.
Maybe it's just because you have a relatively normal first name, and then you try to go by your cooler middle name.
I don't have a middle name.
Is Trey just something you made up?
It's a nickname. That's what nicknames are. Is like they're just made up.
But it's not. No, no. Where would you get Trey from?
Oh my God, I'm sure I told you the story already.
Maybe you haven't told the audience though.
Are you acting dumb or do you not remember?
I don't remember, but it's a good excuse.
So I am Danny Eden the third. My dad was also Danny, so they didn't want to call us both Danny because that'd be confusing, right? So they called me Trey because like three in Spanish is like tres,
it's
tres,
Trace.
tres.
It's Danny. Why do I have to teach the Mexican how to speak Spanish?
Well, I think that the pronunciation may not be great, and also I'm not very Mexican. I'm like the whitest Mexican if I am a Mexican. You know what I mean? That's why I usually don't say Mexican. The point is, they named me Trey because I'm the third, and like it's just Tress without the S.
I mean, I
It's
guess.
supposed to have an accent, but I don't ever add the accent. Um, but it's supposed to have an accent,
I mean,
like over the E.
yeah, yeah. To quote the late, great, late, great Childish Gambino, my dick is like an accent mark because it's all about the over ease. Uh, God bless him. Everybody say Hail Mary to Childish Gambino. Gone but not forgotten. I think he just put out an album actually. like he just put out an album like in the last like 3 or 4 weeks. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what I'm saying.
Wait, which
Uh,
one?
Mr. Gambino. Yeah. Last month he put out an album called Ada Vista. Yeah. But hey, finally, from beyond the grave, he's releasing albums. It's like when fucking XXX Tentacion released like a bunch of songs after he died. You know?
I suppose so. Like, I didn't really follow XXX that much though, so I did not know about any of this really.
Neither did I. I think he sucked personally, but what can you
I
do?
I don't know him well enough to have an
And
opinion on that. I'm sorry.
I mean, fair, I guess. It wasn't very good. And now there's not really any use getting invested in the music because he's not going to put anything out.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It's the same reason why I didn't finish Friends or Brooklyn Nine-Nine, Because it's too sad now.
It's too sad now.
It is. It is. Andre Braugher
Well,
died for Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Matthew Perry died for
I
Friends.
I think that you can still watch it and like appreciate it. I don't think it's. I think it's worse if they die like in the middle of production. But like if it's already finished, just watch it.
I
You know,
mean, I guess. I don't know. I feel it feels weird to do that, because they're gone, and it just like sort of brings the mood down because you're just like, yeah, this is awesome, and then you have to remember, oh wait, he's fucking dead, and it's just like you don't want to think about death when you're watching these comedy shows, right? It's like if it would be like if you were gonna watch Community, but Chevy Chase had just died.
that would that would suck.
Yeah. So it's not great, you know?
They
But
did kill off Chevy Chase.
he did. He died from cranking his hog.
uh oh yeah, I do remember that. That's how they killed them off.
He died of dehydration from cranking his hog, which
It was
frankly,
dehydration, which is that's great. That's wonderful.
frankly, I think all of us are going to die like that, And I can't wait, Personally, I'm ready to go. I'll do it now. That's hey, if that's how I got to go, then that's how I got to go. But I'm here for a good time, not a long time. That's the title of my sex tape, by the way.
Good time, not a long time.
Yeah, something like that.
I'm not sure if that's something you should be proud of, though.
That's the other title of my sex tape. Not something you should be proud of.
Yeah,
I've got a lot of those. Actually, Danny, I'm gonna ask you a question. What movie title would you use to describe your sex life?
I don't know movie titles that well, but I
have like 6 or 7 good ones. Actually, I have like a whole like hundreds of them. In like I have a oh my god, yeah, 208 films. That I have in a letterboxed list that is just movies for describe your sex life with a movie title.
I can't think of a single movie right now. I'm kind of struggling a tiny bit.
Alien versus Predator, Bloodsport,
Okay.
Children of Men is one of my favorites. 12 Years a Slave is another one of my favorites.
12 Years of Slave. That's something about everything you're saying. It just does not sound right.
Anyone But You.
Anyone but you. Okay.
12 Angry Men.
12. That's interesting.
The Beast. One of my favorites is As Above, So Below, because it's literally carpet matches the drapes. Love that. That one's one of my more favorites. But yeah, check out the list. It's a good list.
You just have a whole list just ready to go.
208 movies that I've added to this list. Speed. Speed is a good one. 5 Feet Apart is a good one. Uh, I'm gonna say right now I did put the Lorax on there. Um, that one's just not a pun. I just fucked the Lorax, and yeah, that there you go. I guess you know.
I suppose, but you're saying more and more things, and I'm just thinking to myself, why am I listening to him talk
Because
still?
you haven't come up with a movie for yourself.
I don't. We're really gonna do this until I come up with a movie.
What Women Want,
Um,
Beautiful Dogs. That's the Shane Gillis comedy special.
Let me go on to like Netflix or something and just look at movies.
Anaconda. I'm spitting fire here. I'm spitting fire here.
Um,
Uh, Escape Room. That's a good one. I'm so proud of myself for this. Sometimes I go back here and I look at these and I'm like, God damn it, I've done such a good job curating this.
let me look through movies on Netflix. um,
Uh, Garfield: A Tale of Two Kitties.
oh, Fun with Dick and Jane. That could be a funny one.
You know what? There you go. That's not even on my list, but there you go.
That's not a bad one.
It's not a bad one. I think everyone should have a funny title. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close.
I mean,
Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
yeah,
Um,
the Dying Girl.
I like that one. I like that one a lot. Zootopia. That's a good one. Solo, a Star Wars story.
Solo, a Star Wars story.
Yeah. Yesterday. I like the ones that are about time. I like those.
Uh, everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once.
That's the second one on my list. Is that one?
Okay, let me keep scrolling on this.
Pixels. Pixels is pretty good.
Turbo.
Turbo. That's a good one. Um.
Let me see. Red
Fantastic Mr.
Notice.
Fox. Nah, Red Notice isn't that funny.
No.
Corpse
Oh,
Bride.
I'll keep looking then.
The Whale. Joyride. Raging Bull. Misery. Come on, I've got so many.
What is the Peanut Butter Falcon? I've never heard of that movie before.
Oh, it's got Shia LaBeouf in it. It's about a kid with Down syndrome who wants to become a wrestler, and so he goes on the run with the fugitive, played by Shia LaBeouf.
I'm gonna find a good one. Don't you worry. Ride along.
You know what? That's not bad. 127 hours is pretty good.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Anything related to time is pretty good. Gone in 60 Seconds. That's a funny one. Ooh! I think I might have you beat. Here's a really good one. There Will Be Blood.
Interesting.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
All right. All right.
Sound of Freedom. That one's kind of a twofer. Orphan. Downsizing.
Downsizing.
Mm-hmm. Bo Burnham's Inside.
Bo Burnham's inside. Okay, let me see. There's a Netflix movie called Me Time.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
I'm trying to find more movies, but like I'm getting duplicates because I'm scrolling through like very similar menus now.
A Few Good Men.
You know, is The Imitation Game good? I watched.
I mean, I don't know if that's a good title for like.
No, I mean like, is that a good movie?
I've heard it's pretty good. Benedict Cumberbatch is a good actor, you know.
Mm,
Oh, Child's Play. Child's Play is a great one. That one's hilarious.
interesting.
First Man.
What about the Theory of Everything? Is that one any good? Like not for the title, just like a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Eddie Redmayne. Everybody loves Eddie Redmayne. If
I
you
gotta
guys
watch.
don't like Eddie Redmayne, what are you talking about?
I gotta watch
Like,
more of these movies.
you have to watch like any movies, like literally any movies.
Hey, look, Gifted Hands, the Ben Carson story.
I think I'm gonna be honest with you. Um, I think you can skip that one. But yeah,
No, no, that one was for the title. There's I Can Only Imagine.
that's a good one. Holy shit, man, you're finding some good ones. I don't even have these on my list. I have 208.
And I can add a couple to the list.
Yeah. As Good as It Gets, that's a good one. AI, artificial intelligence.
There's Thank You for Your Service.
Frank and Weenie.
Let me see.
She Came to Me. Boston Strangler. Pain and Gain. Shooter. Stop me when I get to something good. Enter the Dragon.
To the Dragon.
How do we feel about that? Is that anything?
It's decent. It's decent. I get where you're
Um,
coming from, but like
you get where I'm coming from.
from.
Um,
I'm sorry, I'm reading, so like there's a little delay on my line there. It's okay.
A Star Is Born
Start.
because it's like porn.
No, see, no.
All the President's Men.
I don't know about that one either.
Warm Bodies.
I suppose.
Sister Act.
That's not too bad.
In the Mouth of Madness.
No, that one's pretty good.
The Blob.
The Blob. Sure.
Big Daddy.
A classic. You can't go wrong with Big Daddy.
Big. just big.
Oh, that's also a good movie.
Risky Business.
I suppose.
Kicking and Screaming.
I suppose.
The Boston Strangler.
Okay.
Deep Impact.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
I suppose. Yeah, you could use that one.
Oh, here's the worst one. Here's the worst one. Are you ready for this?
I don't know if I am, but sure.
A Dog's Purpose.
Damn.
I'm sorry. I had to put that on there. I had to put that on here. It's so bad. Oh man.
It's very, very bad.
I feel bad for how about Nonstop?
Nonstop? Sure.
Pitch Black.
That one's a little bit iffy.
Which one has been your favorite so far?
I like Deep Impact.
Deep Impact is pretty good. How about Get Hard?
Obviously, I feel like that one might be a little bit too on the nose, though.
Boys Don't Cry.
Well, that's all right.
Four Brothers.
I don't know about that one.
there's a lot of ones that are very good for like incest jokes. Like incest jokes are very easy, right?
Like a lot of them are like very situational. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we want the general, just good ones, right?
Baby mama.
That's all right.
The Rainmaker.
I suppose.
Um, the 7-Year Itch.
I suppose.
I mean, I feel like that one kind of already is. The Guilt Trip. That's a good one. I like that one.
The guilt trip. Yeah, I think I saw that a minute ago.
Boy Swallows Universe. How about that?
Wow, that I could see it. How about no hard feelings?
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. That's not on my list. That's not on my list. A Woman Under the Influence.
Okay, all right.
Fool Me Once.
Okay.
This movie's just called Kids. I feel like that one's a little on the nose. So
There's
is 8th Grade.
there's Thank You for Coming.
Good one. Good one. Holy shit, this is incredible. We're really breaking new ground here.
This is gonna be half the podcast.
More than half. More than half. They've made millions of movies. How about The Lobster?
I feel like some of these are really lazy.
Plain and simple. It's just you fuck lobsters. Hey.
No, I get it, but this feels a little lazy.
How did you let's circle back to 12 Years a Slave. Did we like that one?
I don't think I like that one.
How about My Father?
I don't know if I like that one either. I found one.
It's because you can't relate. It's because you can't relate. It's because you can't relate.
It says to love is to grow.
Ah, nice. That's a good one. That's a good one. Home Alone. How do you feel about Home Alone?
Yeah, I can see that.
Toy Story. That's a classic answer.
Yeah, of course.
The Mask.
I don't know about that one as much.
I did put Saw on here. I feel like Saw is funny. Moon is funny.
How about Inside Man?
Good one. That's a good one. Freaky. Or Freaky Friday. Either one.
Freaky or Freaky Friday. Those are. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it.
Did I already say Hannah and her sisters?
I don't think so.
That's a good one. Jerry and Marge Go Large. How do you feel about that one?
I could see it. I could see that one.
Like Father, Like Son.
That is pretty funny.
Thank you. Commando?
Oh, obviously.
Chasing Amy.
I can see it.
Only You.
Yeah.
The Mexican.
That. I don't know about that one as much. I think
it's kind of lazy.
So some of them are just very lazy and offensive.
There's something wrong with the children.
Sure.
How green was my valley? How's that? I like that one. That's one of my more enjoyable ones. Into the Woods. That's a classic.
To the Woods.
Easy Rider. Are we doing anything there?
I can see it.
Free Solo. That's a good one.
Wait, I found one. There's Tick Tick Boom.
Tick Tick Boom. Yeah.
That's all right. It's not bad.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. Yeah. I said you're not wrong.
Sorry. I think I already said the good, the bad, and the ugly. But did I say A Fistful of Dollars? Because that's a good one.
Okay, I see it. I see it. I see it.
And maybe how about My Cousin Vinny? That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Because we're going back to the incest there.
Yes, of course, of course.
Scream?
Yeah.
There's just a movie called How to Have Sex. I put that on there because it's kind of a given. You know, it's kind of funny.
I suppose if you just want to go right on the nose.
Fight Club.
Yeah.
Get Out.
Uh, I don't know why that makes me. I don't know if I don't. I feel like it's decent, but I don't like it.
Nope.
It's the same vibe, I think, as the last one.
The Silence of the Lambs.
You have a theme here, don't you?
Don't Look Up.
Yeah, it's a decent movie. It wasn't my favorite, but it was alright.
Little Women. Are
I
we
thought it was
okay with that one?
I thought it was Little Woman.
No, it's Little Women because it's about multiple women.
Oh, no.
I think you're thinking of Pretty Woman, which
Oh,
is
you're
Richard Gere
right.
and Julia Roberts. Yeah.
Little Women. I don't know if I know Little Women then.
It's a book. It's like a classic book. Usually in high school, they'll make you read. They make the women read Little Women, and they make the men read Little Men, which is like the sequel. Did I already say Meet the Parents?
No.
How about Ant-Man?
Man, we're gonna be here for a minute, aren't we?
208 movies on this list, Danny. I love
This is gonna be the whole podcast.
I was on the phone with Kat and I added I think about 108 of these because I think I only had about 60. And I was just on there. I was just like, "Hey, how do you feel about this?" Yeah. How about Good Time? That one's just nice and simple to the point.
Nice, simple to the point.
Yeah. Did I say 8th grade already?
I'm sure you did.
300. Sure. 300. How about that one? That's a good one. And that's about it. That's all the ones I have.
Really? No, you're finally done.
There's a couple more on here, but they're kind of just meh, whatever. You know. Sleeping Dogs. Is that anything?
Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah. Is that something?
I just don't know if I like anything that you're doing.
Instructions not included?
That's decent.
The Circus.
The Circus.
Come on, that was pretty good.
Some of these are decent, but like
Dirty Work.
I just feel so disappointed. I don't know why.
The Hobbit. I feel like that one is very self-explanatory. Oh, Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes. You're just having a little bit too much fun with this because you're just not stopping.
There are so many good movies for that list. It's so good. It's genuinely phenomenal how many movies you can put on that fucking list and just be like, "Yep, fucking." Oh man, I'm so happy. No, Glass Onion isn't really anything. No, Transformers really isn't anything either. Damn. This is difficult. This is more difficult than I thought. I don't know. I feel like maybe we've gotten all of them. Like together between the two of us, I think we got all of them. You know
I
what I
don't think
mean?
we got all of them, but I think we got enough to stop the bit. But that's just me.
Cocaine Bear. Is
I
that
guess.
anything?
I guess we haven't gotten enough to stop the bit.
Is Cocaine Bear anything?
Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Uh, I, I guess. I don't.
Uh.
Doesn't feel super necessary though.
Too Fast, Too Furious. Maybe. Um. Uh. Man, yeah, this is really hard. Uh. Come on, I'll find another. Give me, give me a countdown to find another, and that'll be it. I'll find one more.
You have 2 minutes. You have 2 minutes. 8:30.
I
You're cut off.
I need. I don't need 2 minutes. I can find it. The Animal Kingdom. How about that?
Sure. I think that this bit has been run into the ground. Is what I think.
How about Pictures of Ghosts?
I guess it hasn't been run to the ground enough.
It's so good. It's so good. Old Dads. Come on, Old Dads. That's good. That's good. Come on.
I just don't know why we're still doing this.
Because it's so funny. Because there's so many. Junkyard Dog. Is that anything?
I just
I feel like we're just missing one. There's one that's so good that we need to get to, that we just haven't gotten to yet. And I know that we can find it if we work together. But we're sitting here, we're waiting. And
I don't know why we're waiting anymore. I think that we're good.
We haven't found it yet. We haven't found it yet. We can't. We need to end this bit on something that is like that we can be proud of ending the bit on. Okay, and we're not there yet. So we're gonna keep looking, and we're gonna find it. Son of a bitch. This is hard. This is hard. The Girl Who Escaped? Maybe? Spy Kids?
I just
Robots? I don't know. We gotta find it. We're not there yet. I already said The Whale. I feel like if we just said Morbius, that would be funny. Like, it doesn't matter what the context is. If we just said Morbius, that would just be funny, right?
yeah, like sure, it would be funny, but like it feels a tiny bit lazy at the same time, doesn't it?
I know, but it's like, if you describe your sex life by the movie title Morbius, like everybody gets that, right? Like we get that. The Blackening.
Like some of them just feel very lazy, don't you think?
Yeah.
Have you like Do you not? Do you really not care that much?
I already said A Dog's Purpose and 12 Years a Slave. Okay, I'm fresh out. I'm fresh. I found the good ones. Okay, I found the incest and the bestiality. Devotion maybe. No, this is hard. Tell you what, guys, we'll go to the ad break now, and we'll keep looking.
Why? Why do we need to keep looking?
Because we haven't found it yet.
What are you looking for?
We're looking for the greatest answer to the question of describe your sex life with a movie title. Babysitter? Nah. All right, we'll go to the ad break, and we'll find one after. This podcast is sponsored by Amanda Redwine, your no-nonsense talk therapist and parent coach. Serving individuals and couples in both Illinois and Florida for counseling/therapy, as well as worldwide for parent coaching. Amanda's specialty is working with teens and young adults, as well as their family systems. Amanda has extensive experience working with youth who identify on the LGBTQIA+ spectrum. She has also done couples work based on a foundation of the Gottman method. She brings a light, no-nonsense approach to treatment that is approachable and empathetic. She is unflappable and makes her clients comfortable from the very beginning. Find out more at www.amandaredwine.com. That's AmandaRedwine.com. Thank you again for sponsoring this episode, and back to the show. Hi, we're back. I don't think there's any more. Leave it in the comments if you can find any, comment on YouTube or add us on social media if we if we missed any. But I don't feel like we're I feel like we struck gold, right? I think we've mined all the gold out of this particular quarry. But we really hit some good ones in there, didn't we? We really got some good shit, right? I've been on that one, on that particular bus for quite a while. I do enjoy. I did enjoy putting that list together because it was just so funny. It was just so funny.
It was funny for a little bit.
How about Let There Be Carnage?
It's Venom, Let There Be Carnage. If you want to do the full,
I know, and that kind of ruins it. But Let There Be Carnage is not bad, right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, they should make another Carnage movie. Is what they should do. I'd be down for that.
They should make Spider-Man Maximum Carnage. They should re-release that for Steam.
They should bring Venom into the MCU, and then after that, they should bring Carnage into the MCU and do him better than they did in the other movie.
No, because they already did. They brought him in to the MCU for a little bit. He was in the universe in which the Marvel Cinematic Universe takes place. So technically, he was in it.
Well, I don't like technically.
I don't like your attitude, but you don't see me complaining.
All I know is that in No Way Home, they dropped the symbiote, and I'm waiting for the payoff for that.
Oh, there won't be any fucking payoff for that.
There has to be a payoff. Why tease it if you're never gonna do the payoff?
Why did they tease fucking Harry Styles? Why did they tease?
Oh yeah, why was Harry Styles?
Because people thought that people actually would like Eternals, and they could not possibly be more wrong.
I just need some payoffs. There's too many things they haven't done payoffs for.
Man, there's only one MCU movie left that I care about, and we only have to wait about a month for it. And that's, you know what? I'm so happy about that.
Moon Knight season 2, I'd be down for that. I want
Dude,
more
do you
Moon
know we
Knight.
started talking about Moon Knight? We started this whole show talking about Moon Knight.
Yeah, man, and Moon Knight's still one of the best ones. They gotta bring
Um,
back Moon Knight.
yeah, yeah. Oscar Isaac is great. He was good in the role. Yeah,
Like that
yeah.
year, I really considered doing like a whole like outfit for Moon Knight for Halloween. I didn't end up doing it, but I really it was one of the top contenders for sure.
I'm just glad that they brought him into the MCU and gave him the respect he deserved. You know, because he's a cool character, right? He's sort of like a pastiche of Batman, but he's he kind of grew up into his own thing, and he's sort of different now. But it's like I'm glad they really like did some good work with it. F. Murray Abraham as Khonshu was a really great casting. I love F. Murray Abraham. If you haven't seen Amadeus, you need to. Amadeus is a fucking masterpiece. Holy shit. Um, and if you don't have time to watch Amadeus, you should watch the Killian Experiences video on Pokemon White. Um, yeah, yeah. That only makes sense to people who watch his channel, but yeah, it's a good movie though. It's a great movie. It's a shame that the guy who played Mozart in that movie didn't get more work. He kind of dipped out after that. But F. Murray Abraham still does stuff sometimes. He was in Mythic Quest. That's another show I have to watch.
You're just I don't know you this YouTube person. I don't know Mythic Quest. I don't know anything you're saying anymore.
You don't know Mythic Quest? It's a show. It's on Apple Plus.
Like why would I have Apple Plus?
It's got the guy from It's Always Sunny in it. It's got Abed in it.
I remember I watched this one show. I don't remember what service it was on though. It was with Paul Rudd. It was like a what? It was Living with Yourself. This show. What was it on?
What does that have to do with Abed?
Oh, I thought it was on one of those like random streaming services like Apple. That's why I mentioned it. But no, it's on Netflix. Never mind.
And isn't it sad that Netflix is basically one of those random streaming services?
Yeah, it kind of at this point, it is. It's not like where it used to be, which is so sad.
BoJack Horseman is over. Stranger Things might never come out. Literally, they have nothing left. Everyone else has their own. Like, the only appeal they have is that they had the movies of other people on there. And now, everyone and their mother has their own fucking streaming service. Like, dude, pretty soon, we're gonna have our own fucking streaming service, honestly. And it's, like, fucking... What do they have other than Netflix originals? And when was the last time there was a good Netflix original movie? Other than fucking Glass Onion. I cannot remember. Oh, All Quiet on the Western Front. But other than those two, when has there been a good Netflix original movie?
I watch a lot of the crappy Netflix original movies. But that's because I just like watching like crappy comedy movies. But
What, the fucking Adam Sandler one? The Hubie Halloween, whatever the fuck?
I'm not gonna lie, that the comedy in that it was very bad.
Yeah, but the grandma wore the funny shirts.
I
The
watched
grandma
it.
wear the funny shirts.
I liked it because of Adam Sandler and like his like little cast of people, but like it was just I just could. It's just such the comedy is just not my favorite in that movie.
It had Rob Schneider in it. How can you like anything with Rob Schneider? The man is like comedy antimatter, right? Like whenever he opens his mouth, a comedian dies of an overdose in a hotel bathtub, right? Like it's terrible, you know. we need to have like we would need to have like 3 Shane Gillises to counteract the effects of one Rob Schneider. Like, ugh, gross, disgusting. But isn't it kind of funny that Adam Sandler made crap movies for 90% of his career, then made Uncut Gems, and then went immediately back to making shitty comedy movies?
Like, Uncut Gems is pretty good. I do admit, but like I don't know, the shitty comedy movies are like they're fine by me. I'm down for shitty comedy movies.
Oh, did I say Grown Ups earlier? In the movies?
I don't know if you did.
But it works, you know. But all right, what is the only good Adam Sandler comedy? If you could only take one, which one are you taking?
Let me see what my options are because I know there's a couple good ones.
For me, it's between it's a choice between 2, but I want to hear your pick first.
I would say Click is pretty classic.
No.
Billy Madison, I've always just liked that one a lot.
Billy's okay.
Big Daddy's not too bad. It's not too bad, not too bad. A lot of these here I could probably live without though.
I think for me personally, it is either 50 First Dates or Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore and 50 First Dates are really good too.
50 First Dates has a lot of things bringing it down. It has Rob Schneider in it. I don't remember there being a Rob Schneider in Happy Gilmore, so I think that clinches it. And the Waterboy has a super annoying voice. So
yeah, the annoying voice is hard to kind of get over.
That's
what about 8 Crazy Nights? You ever watch that one?
I hate that one.
You hate that one?
It's ironic that you talk about you don't like when Adam Sandler does an annoying voice.
No, he has a really annoying voice in that movie.
He does 2 of them.
Is it both of like the old people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad. But hey,
besides the annoying voices, I don't know. It's an alright movie.
Well, the female lead is actually his wife. But no, Adam Sandler does 3 performances. 2 of them are really annoying. And I hate you, Adam. Why do you do this to me?
I like The Longest Yard. That one's not too bad.
Yeah, it's a remake.
I never watched the original then.
Yeah. Oh, Rob Schneider's in 8 Crazy Nights too. I forgot about that. Yeah. Ugh. But
it's like his friend. Like he has like a whole group of friends that like are in most of the movies.
Yeah, there's like the black guy with the mustache, Bucky Larson, John Lovitz is in a lot of them. Rob Schneider's in a lot of them. Yeah. There's a lot of Happy Madison, regulars, right? And not most of them suck, I will say. But what I will say about 8 Crazy Nights is it's beautifully animated. It is gorgeous. Because they outsourced to this, like, I think it's like a Korean animation studio. that just did like really, really, really good work. It's just absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. But like mute it, mute the entire film, and just watch it, and it's beautiful to look at. And then turn on the sound, and then you're like, oh god, Rob Schneider's in this. Oh god, Adam Sandler does 2 annoying voices. Oh god. And they're more annoying than the normal annoying voice that he uses for like Hubie Halloween or Waterboy, right?
Yeah, see the voices have never been my favorite. That's like the one part of his comedy that I can't really get behind is the voices. But
So do you want to watch Jack and Jill for a movie commentary?
like the voices are fine if it's like just a little bit, but like if it's just constant the entire time, it's like it's too much.
Danny, how much alcohol do you have in your house?
I don't know. To be
Do you
100%,
do you think you have enough to watch Jack and Jill?
I think I watched it once long, long time ago.
I have also watched it once a long time ago, but I know it's terrible. And we need to watch it together. Because suffering is good. And I love pain. And I hate myself. And I don't value my own sanity. Yeah, we need to suffer. We could do Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo. You know, we could do that. If you want, we can suffer through that. Ugh, God, I hate Happy Madison movies. They're the worst. He's the worst person. I think he's morally repugnant, honestly. Because you know all of his movies are just an excuse to go on vacation, right?
You know, and he probably, yeah, you know, that's pretty smart of him, though. You know, why not?
Jack and Jill takes place on a carnival cruise because they got to go on a carnival cruise. Grown-ups, they just go on vacation. Fucking Hubie Halloween, he wanted to go visit Salem. You know, he wanted to go to Salem, Massachusetts. He's just like, you know, I guess it's kind of cool. I guess I could make a little Halloween movie. I don't know. Oh my god, it's so bad.
And I appreciate it for the grind.
It's so bad. I mean,
For the
it's
grind.
exactly. It's. I mean, like, am I any better when we use business funds to go watch movies? Which, you know, we're not talking about Furiosa this week because my dad wanted to see it with me. So we'll probably talk about it in like 2 weeks or something. I don't fucking know. But, yeah, we're doing that later. So fucking. I don't know. Go see it. I hear it's good, and I hear it's it's not making enough money. So go and do that at least. Okay, go see it for that because I hear it's good. But you know, we'll probably go see it eventually. I'll make him see it because I'll pay for it.
Wait, which one do you want me to go see now?
Furiosa. It's the same one.
You're still on that.
I mean, I'm giving you a couple weeks to go and see it, but I'm seeing it with my dad. You know,
you seen it with your dad?
Yep, I'm gonna go visit my. Oh, I guess we should talk about that. Yeah. So that's kind of something I could talk about. So I'm getting ready for like to leave. I'm going down to Florida, going down to South Carolina to you know, go visit, you know, enjoy my summer not in this tiny town that I live in. Because living in this town is kind of miserable over the summer. Because it is hot, humid, not very fun because there's really nothing to do around here. And most of the people I know have gone back to where they live in Chicago. So I I'm not taking a train ride, like a 4-hour train ride at 6 a.m. to go up to Chicago when I would need to get back on a train in a couple of hours and head back. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So that's I'm just going down to Florida. I'm like, fuck this. We're doing that. So I'm gonna go see my dad. Basically, as soon as I get down to Florida, I'm driving all the way down to Florida, dropping off all my shit, and then going up to my dad's. So if we do miss a week with like recording, I apologize in advance. We're gonna try and not miss anything, but you know, if we do miss something, I'll figure something out. Maybe I'll put out like a bonus episode to apologize. I don't know, but we'll figure something out. But yeah, so I'm going on a big road trip. I've literally set up a private Snapchat story for people on my Snapchat, and I warned them that 99% of it is just going to be pictures of me at Buc-ee's, because I think I'm going to stop at 3 different Buc-ee's during the road trip. Yeah, 3. There's one just outside of Tennessee in Georgia. Then there's one sort of near Macon, Georgia. And then there's one in St. Augustine. So I'm going to be going to 3 different Buc-ee's in one day because I'm an absolute menace to society. I love Buc-ee's. You don't... Danny, have I informed you how much I love Buc-ee's?
Buc-ee's is pretty cool. You know, I go to Buc-ee's every now and then when I'm going away from the city. It's just Buc-ee's is like so far away, so it's not like you know, an everyday sort of thing, you know, or not an every. It's a very, very few times I get to go to Buc-ee's. I feel like.
Well, the best part about the Buc-ee's down near my parents is if I want to go to Daytona, which is where most of the cool stuff is, they have a Buc-ee's right next to this like big outdoor Tanger. Have you ever heard of like Tanger outlets? Do they have those near you? I think I remember maybe seeing.
But I do have one of those gigantic Buc-ee's. I do.
It's
decently sized.
It's like Tanger. It's called like Tangier outlets, right? And it's like a big mall, but it's outside. Like it's like open concepts, outside mall. And like they just have like all the stores, and it's supposed to be like an outlet mall, so it should be cheaper, but it's not because fucking capitalism. But
because capitalism,
right? Yeah. But the reason why I like going down there is I can go to Buc-ee's, and then right across from the Buc-ee's is a like a sports bar that has Leinenkugel's Summer Shandy on tap. So I've got it all planned out because Summer Shandy kicks ass. You know, I don't know. Like, I would be drinking a Summer Shandy right now if I didn't think that maybe I have to drive somewhere here in a bit. You know, like when I'm done recording this. That's the bitch of it, right? When you live by yourself and you don't have anyone who can give you a ride, you have to fucking stay sober. Being sober is cringe.
You could
Danny,
just
now,
Uber places if you really wanted to drink.
There's not a big Uber culture here.
Lyft.
No ride sharing. All of the like 90, I would say about 95% of the people who go to my university are gone. So it's like everyone who's still here has like a better paying job than Uber, so you just wouldn't be able to get one. So it's just like, yeah, not like my mom and I tried to get an Uber while everyone was in town, and we couldn't. Like, I could walk to wherever I was going before I even got a ride from the Uber, and then I would have to wait. So it's just like, might as well just walk everywhere. But I've talked about this before. Drunk walking is actually more dangerous than drunk driving. So
Doesn't sound right.
It's more dangerous for you than drunk driving is.
I don't know if that's true.
No, it's true. I've read Freakonomics. It's in there because you have a
Well,
giant aluminum cage around you when you're drunk driving. But when you're drunk walking, you don't. You just you just got your body and that's it. Right? But when you're
no,
drunk driving, you've got this
like
big
I guess
aluminum
it depends
cage.
on where you're walking, I suppose.
It's like
But I feel like in most scenarios, it'd probably be worse to be in a car.
it's like would you rather be drunk swimming in the ocean by yourself alone, or would you rather be drunk swimming in the ocean in a shark cage? I'm going to choose the shark cage. That's my opinion. You know.
Wait, drunk swimming alone out of a cage or in a cage? Is that what you just said?
Yes.
That's not the same thing. It's not
No,
at
it is
all
the
the
same
same.
thing.
Not at
It is
all
the
the
same
same.
thing.
It's like you literally described a scenario that's nothing like the scenario that we started with.
No, it's exactly like it
It's
because
not
it
at
protects
all
you by
like
the metal cage. It protects you with the metal cage. That's what I'm telling you.
okay.
That's the part that makes drunk walking more dangerous.
No,
You
but
don't have a
like
big aluminum sarcophagus to protect you.
no, but here's the thing, right? Like you unless you're walking into traffic, unless you're walking into traffic on the streets, you know, the worst that you can do is fall.
Hey, falling can be pretty dangerous, right? Or I mean, all right, think about it like this, right? What if you run head first into a wall, right?
Okay,
Full speed.
no. No, 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 no,
No, I'm trying to illustrate my point here. If you run head first into a wall, splat, right? That's gonna leave. That's a lot of damage, you know.
no.
But if you drive head first into a wall, you're probably gonna be fine, you know, because you
I
got like the
what's the speed?
airbag,
What's the speed?
you
What's
know.
the speed?
It's
The
30,
speed is
40,
important.
30,
No,
40 miles an hour.
40 miles an hour is still kind of a lot though.
No, it's fine. You'll be fine.
I just feel like you know you're wrong, but you're trying to defend a bad
No,
take.
I'm telling you, drunk driving is more dangerous for everyone else, but it's safer for you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Look, I just it's not it can't be safer for you. It cannot be.
It is. It is. Some statistical analyses even suggest that walking while drunk can put you at greater risk of injury or death than driving drunk can. Because
I
think about it. Every time you have to cross the street, you're doing so plastered, right? But if you're in a car and you cross the street, you've got a big aluminum sarcophagus to protect you. It's great. Drunk driving is I think the takeaway here is that drunk driving is cool.
I don't know about that.
You know, it's that fucking meme, right? Like what could make drinking even more exciting than adding motorsports? You know? The only thing I could think of more exciting than drunk driving is drunk piloting. Don't you agree?
You know, like here's my thing with drunk piloting. Technically, Kale, there's nothing to hit. So in theory, I could see what you're thinking here, right?
That's true, but the U.S. military will scramble jets to find you because you won't identify that you're flying. There's a lot more rules about flying than there is about driving, so you have to worry about fighter jets shooting you down with missiles.
Okay, no, let's pretend, right, that that doesn't exist, right? And you have free reign over the air, right?
Yes.
Technically, you don't have anything to hit, right? Unless you're flying like near tall structures, which you're already setting yourself up for failure if you're doing that.
I
But
mean, there's birds.
here's my thing though, right? Is the landing is probably going to be the part that you struggle with if you're drunk. I would assume, maneuvering in the air, if you wobble a little bit or if you're a little, off, no harm, no foul.
Not necessarily. It's a little bit more precise than you'd think.
Maybe. I did watch that movie Flight, and he landed the plane. You know what I mean? So explain that
Yeah.
to me.
I mean, I kind of stopped paying attention after the boobies. Because there's
That was
boobies.
so early in the movie.
That's-
that was like the first minute or two of the movie.
It's like the opening shot. Exactly.
Like,
You lose the boobies, you lose me. Don't, if you want to.
he landed the commercial plane while drunk. And then later in the movie they said that like everybody in simulations couldn't do it sober. So maybe it gave him superpowers or something,
I thought it was based on a true story for a really long time. Because there was that guy who landed in the fucking water and they made a movie about that. So I thought the movie Flight was about something else that I just hadn't heard about. Come to find out, I think I literally found out this year that it was fictional. This year.
That's actually the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, but they made it right after the fucking guy landed in the Hudson. It's like, come on, you can't blame me for that. And I don't often, when it comes to like big disasters and shit like that, plane crashes are kind of boring, to be honest. That's my hot take. I don't think they're all that interesting. So,
well, they don't happen super often. That's why, they usually are they make news whenever it does happen.
yeah. I mean, don't say that now. Fucking Boeing's building up to that. That's their crescendo. First we lose the door, then somebody gets killed by fucking turbulence. Nobody ever explained that to me. How did that happen? Does anyone know? How'd that happen? Somebody DM the account or like leave a comment as to how that happened. Because I don't want to bother to look it up. And when I looked at the articles as the story was breaking, it didn't say how they fucking killed someone with turbulence. So I don't get it. But yeah, reach out. Please explain it like I'm 5. But yeah, I think plane crashes are kind of boring, to be honest. Maybe it's just because, on 9/11 we had 4 of them. And it's just kind of like, what could top 4 plane crashes in one day, right?
5 plane crashes.
Shit. Dude, don't give him any ideas. Don't give Al Qaeda any ideas.
Like, I don't know why. Like, as soon as you said what could top 4 plane crashes, like that one scene from SpongeBob popped in my mind.
You know what? Fair.
And so I feel like I had to just one up it. I was like 5. Simple-minded people, you know what I mean?
That's true. I need the turbulence death explained to me. You're thinking about SpongeBob. We're both retarded. Speaking of feeling retarded, are you ready for the big red button? Because I have a doozy. Are you ready to go? I feel like I've asked it before, too.
Well,
I have deja vu.
You could have asked it to Maxwell, and I would never know because I've not watched any of those episodes.
There's been like 105 big red buttons.
You
Right? I
know,
feel like
the
we've
crazy
skipped it a
thing
couple
is,
times.
right? Like, as soon as Maxwell came on, I was like, man, maybe I should listen to see how Maxwell's doing as a new host. And then I was like, nah. And then I never listened to a single episode of Maxwell ever.
I mean, fair. Now I've lost track of how many he's been in because we quit the season thing, so I don't know anymore. But I'm glad we did because it's so much easier. But are you ready for this big red button question? It's gonna be the greatest big red button.
But the
question you've
seasons
ever
were
heard.
funny because they were all out of order.
No, they were in order. They were in order up until the fucking Christmas special that you were in.
No, it was 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then you added more to 2, and then you probably had to add more to 1.
I did have to add one more to 1, and it was around then that I was like, "This is a kind of a bad idea."
And then with the one with Kat, you could have added to season 4.
Fuck! Don't put ideas in my head. Don't put ideas in my head because I may go back to that system. I'll do it. I'm fucking crazy. I'm fucking nuts. But all right, are you ready for this big red button question?
Sure.
You can never permanently lose an object, but whenever you find it, it will be in a location that makes you feel stupid.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, why not? I
But
think
it
yeah.
makes you feel really stupid.
It's like whenever I'm looking for my phone and I have my flashlight on my phone on to look for it.
Exactly. Right? Yeah. It is just like that. But would you do that? I would do that.
You put your glasses on to see, look on the floor to find your glasses.
I've never done any. I don't think I've ever had a brain fart like that before with my glasses. But
I know some people have just not seen their glasses on their head, and I'm like, how do you lose them?
oh, sometimes I will be like. Sometimes I'll like remember that I'm wearing them, but I won't like. I've never really like had one where I'm like looking desperately to find them and then realize that they fucking are on my head. But yeah.
I have done it to where like I'll be looking for my phone while it's in my hand.
That is true.
That's happened to me before, where I'm like, where's my phone at? And then I forget that what I'm holding is my phone.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you get so captured what's on your phone that you forget that, it is a phone still.
Yeah. Yeah. I've never like sent someone a text being like, I'm looking for my phone. I've never done that before. Okay. And I'm proud enough to say that. But yeah. But thank you for answering the big red button. Thank you all for listening. If you want to be extra thanked, like our patron Justin Connor, Justin Connor, thank you very much for continuing to support us even after that. Good Lord, what was that? I'm not even drunk. I can't even blame that on being drunk.
I think that if you ever feel like this isn't worth your $5, I would understand after that.
Oh no, he's on the $3 tier. Don't push it. He's on the $3.
If this isn't worth your $3, like I would understand after all those woos.
Hey,
that was a little bit too many woos.
I was taken by the moment. Okay, I was so excited to thank Justin Connor for his continued patronage of this show, keeping the lights on, keeping us going. Burning the midnight oil, getting this out to you week by week. We really appreciate it, Justin. And if you want a cool thank you shout out like that in every single episode while you're subscribed, head to patreon.com/IIHS podcast. And get on in there. That's the $3 tier, but on the $5 tier, you get an even cooler shout out and you get access to all of our movie commentaries and all of our episodes early and ad free. Whereas if you're on the $3 tier, you just get the first half. And the first half, it's not even, well, technically it's not even half. It's just the fucking, it's just like the up to the ad break, right? But you just do that little extra and you get the majority of the whole episode and it's great. You know, it's awesome. So patreon.com/IIHS podcast, all one word.
I just had like an idea in my head. Oh my
Well,
god.
okay, spit it out. You know, I'm kind of in the middle
We
of
should
something here.
we should do a free Patreon tier that's just the ad.
I mean, you know what? I mean, I guess. I don't think there is a free tier. I think all
No,
the tiers are.
no, you can do a free tier. I'm pretty sure on Patreon.
You can do free posts, but you can't do a free tier.
Oh dang, that's too bad. Well, I guess you could do the free post. Do you have any free posts on there, or is it all just?
Yes. Some of them are. Some of the movie commentaries are free. I think I made A New Hope free, and I think I made one of the Christmas ones free, and I might have made Raiders free, but everything else is paid. So I think we have what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because Face Off or The Rock with Scott Henson. 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2 Christmas. 1, 2, 3 Star Wars. 11 total. So head on over there because only like 2 or 3 of those are free, and I would say some of the best ones are like behind a paywall, and you gotta try those. You know, The Rock, that one was really good. You know, Scott Henson. You know, me, Max, and Scott Henson. You know, it's a great team. It's a great team. I don't know if you've heard the episode that we did with him, and it was great. You know, so a movie commentary, even better because that's like his whole bread and butter. You know, that's like one. You know, partially why he's famous, right? Because he does movie commentaries with YMS. So it's bound to be pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say. So go ahead and check it out. But if you also want to keep up with us on social media, we are on Instagram, Threads, and YouTube at IIHS Podcast. Again, all one word. Q&A, topic suggestions, general updates, that sort of thing. We're on there. Also, make sure to check out our tabletop podcast. We're on a bit of a hiatus right now because of, you know, road trip stuff and scheduling and stuff like that. But we'll be back pretty soon. And yeah, it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, go check that out. And yeah, I don't have anything else to add. Do you?
No, not really.
It's great. Awesome.
Cool. I love that for us.
Me too. My name is Kael. I've been incredibly influential.
My name is Danny. Some people call me Trey. But I am highly successful for this week, and maybe other weeks. You know, we'll see.
Maybe. Who can really say? I keep you on your fucking toes, don't I? But there you go. Yeah, that's us. Goodbye, Moose Knuckle.